As well as using my platform to educate other people on mindset and mental health from a lived experience perspective, I also am daily engaging in personal development. And I want to share with you 4 awesome things that I have learned this year that have massively liberated me and helped me move forward. My name's Dave Cottrell. I'm a lived experience mental health educator, and I actually got into this line of work accidentally at first by just using myself as a bit of an experiment. I did the work to make myself better both physically and mentally, and I carry on doing this work on a regular basis. Self-development has always been something that I've been obsessed with, and actually one of the things I learned sort of 7 or 8 years ago was that self-development is only as powerful as the implementation. So I like to implement the things that I actually learn, and I also absolutely love to teach them too. So I'm going to teach you 4 of the things that I've learned this year. They might not be the usual content that you get from this page, but they may be helpful to you all the same. So let's get into it. The first one is that no is not the end of a negotiation, but the beginning of a negotiation. And this comes from the book Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. Negotiation is not something I've ever really got involved with before. And to be fair, this audiobook had been sat on my Audible for probably about 2 years. I think my wife might have even been the one to get it. But when I left my NHS contract this year and went 100% back into freelancing, negotiation is suddenly back on the table. Now, historically, I would pre-negotiate and try and make my offer as close to a yes as I could possibly get on the first go because I was terrified of hearing this word no. I thought no was the end. This phrase, when it was said, no is not the end of a negotiation, it is the start of a negotiation. What was that, 6 seconds? Actually had such a quick change in my mind, it was unbelievable. Because then what I started doing was put the actual what I want to say out there in the first go, and if someone says no, then you ask, right, how can we move forward from here? What it meant was I was starting always from a stronger position than I was before, and actually instead of fearing that no, and therefore going into that negotiation, probably bringing some of that fear with it. Over email, kind of easy. Face to face, I don't want to be bringing fear to the table. I want to be bringing a confident version of me to the table. This made that happen. Interestingly enough, now I actually prefer getting a no to getting ghosted. Because with a no, it's either the start of a negotiation or the point where you get closure. You think, right, let's move on to the next one. Ghosting, on the other hand, I need to find a nice little snippet that'll help me to get better at that. Number 2, if a piece of content fails, that means no one saw it. That means no one saw it fail. I've seen this in a few places, but I think the first person I saw say it was Gary Vee, and once again, tremendously liberating. Now that I'm back in this 100% freelance mode, I'm putting a lot more content up. I want to get in front of you. I want to see you. I want you to see me. And in that process, I'm taking a lot of chances. Once again, understanding this has been a hugely liberating thing, because if I put something up and it doesn't go anywhere right now, then no one actually saw me miss that shot. So actually, I can take it again. And the funny thing is, you can take it again by rewriting it, repositioning it, or actually sometimes you can just take it by reposting it on a different day at a different time, and the algorithm will pick it up. I've had this happen with several short videos on YouTube, but what it's done long term is it's taken off that pressure for everything to be perfect, and as a result allowed me to get so much more out. And when a failure or a flop happens, I brush it off so much easier. It doesn't take the energy out of me, and I'm able to just carry on. Number 3, it is wise to let go of the need to be understood. This is the oldest piece of advice in this list because it's actually from Carl Jung. But it's the idea about when a man enters into midlife, they let go of things. They actually don't gain new things. It's not about additive self-care or additive development. It's about letting go of the things that held you back. Needing to be understood made so many of my videos kind of stale. I wanted to explain things so perfectly that I would then go off on a tangent and realize a point as I'm actually trying to say it, and then jump into that point and make sure that I'm trying to explain everything. And in the process, people sometimes just got lost. But more importantly is when you actually even get it right and get it perfect, it closes the door for conversation. It makes people think, what do I have to add to this? Actually allowing people to correct, actually allowing people to have discussions, asking questions, to not understand, opens the door for so many more interactions than making sure you get it absolutely perfectly right on the first go. But once again, it comes down to this need, because I would actually still be misunderstood sometimes. And if I felt like I had put all of this work, all of this time, all of this effort in to be understood, and I still wasn't, I'd feel kind of vulnerable at that. I would drain my energy. By letting go of that need, I still want to be understood. I still write things in a way to be understood, but I'm not dragged down by it. I'm not held back by it. That energy loss isn't there. And finally, if your vision is bold, other people will not see it until it's done. I am not sure where this one comes from. I might have come up with it myself. Hey, with a lot of these things, you come up with it yourself, and someone said it in 2000 BC, but there you go. And maybe let's go back to the previous point, need to be understood. If you want to correct me in the comments and tell me where this came from, you go for it. But here's the thing with this point. I've been trying to build something for many, many years now, and sort of in line with the previous point of needing to be understood, I have needed those around me to understand my vision. I have needed them to be on board with the vision I'm having. And it has never happened. I get the odd person. In fact, I'm more likely to get a person who watches one of these videos and enjoys it being on board and understanding the vision of what I'm trying to achieve than any of my friends or family. And that used to be quite devastating, because it would make you feel isolated, it would make you feel alone. But here's the thing, I genuinely believe that I am doing work to improve the world of mental health in ways that other people just aren't. And if that is truly the case, then not everyone else is going to understand that vision. Not everyone else is going to understand why I would make a video here that has the potential to go to hundreds of thousands, but may just go to 3 people. It's like that Mr. Beast quote that I'm almost certainly getting wrong, which is everyone thinks it's crazy until it's done, or no one believes it until it's done. That is the case when it comes to, if you're having big ideas, then not many people around you are going to get them. And actually, if everybody around you does get them, chances are your ideas probably aren't big enough. So there we have it, 4 learnings from the first 5 months of 2026. If this has been of value to you, I know it's completely different from my other content. I'm taking a risk, but hey, if it flops, none of you saw it flop. But please let me know in the comments, because if this is the type of thing that is really useful to you, I'd love to make more of it. We've got 7 more months left in this year. I'm sure I will learn a bunch more things in that time. And if you want me to pass on the things that I've learned so that you can learn them too, I'm more than happy to do that.